Happy Thursday night, Sea Goddess Thursday Night Lives. You're here with myself, Mandy. Lexi is joining us too. She's just getting things together, and Ursula and Jesse have the evening off. So Lexi and I will be your hostesses this evening for our Thursday Night Lives, and we hope you're all hanging in there. Give us a like, a share, a follow. Say hello. Let us know you're here. If you would like a card pull, or if you have a question, or just anything out there that you might want a little support with, let us know. Drop us a comment. And we have such wonderful things coming up at Sea Goddess Healing Arts right now for the month of May, which I'm pretty stoked about. So as Lexi's coming in and grounding in, I'll share with you all and let you know what's going on. So obviously every Thursday night we go live and we do our free readings. Ursula has an incredible podcast called Becoming Chiron. You can subscribe to it on YouTube and Spotify and all kinds of awesome places. Hey, Andrea, glad you're here. We have Lexi's going to be jumping on in a minute, and she's hosting Goddesses in Recovery every other Sunday at 333. And that's for if you are someone who is in active recovery of any sort, if you love or support someone who is, and you just need some support around it. It's just for any goddess who might need some support around recovery. And that's a free group we do every other Sunday at 333. We have an awesome group healing event coming up called Stellar Radiance here in New Jersey. It's going to be at Island Therapy and Wellness on May 17th at 7 o'clock. You can register on the Island Therapy website for that, and we have links to that from our website too. And that's going to be really cool. That's going to be Ursula and I, and it's all about polishing your soul from the inside out, and you get astrological guidance and angelic messages, as well as a transmutive 5D chakra and angelic balancing meditation. So it'll be cool. It'll be fun. It'll be exciting. We're looking forward to that. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday and the following Saturday, we're going to be over at the Crops Farmers Market in Linwood. It's been beautiful. We've been showing up for those, and it's just been such lovely energy with incredible community and amazing people. We have a pendulum and dowsing workshop coming up. That's going to be in person at HG Workshops in Northfield, and they're incredible over there. We love Laura, we love Chi, we love the space. It's awesome. We love everyone and everything. But that'll be cool. It's all about making your own pendulum and then an introduction to dowsing. We're probably going to do that online this summer too, so don't feel like you'll miss out if you're not here in person. We will be bringing that. We're also going to be hosting a drum circle at the end of the month soon. Our first drum circle, Surf and Soul Drum Circle, coming on up, and that's going to be Thursday nights, one Thursday night a month for the next 5 or 6 months, I believe. And so the first one's going to be May 25th from 5:30 to 7 in Atlantic City, and it's going to be awesome. And we're super stoked and looking forward to that. We're also going to be releasing for next month another tarot class, as well as Shadow Twerk Summer School, which is going to be a 12-week series, and we're going to meet on Wednesday nights, and it's going to be really cool and transformative. Shadow Twerk's been awesome. We're in our second round now, and round 3 is going to be great too. So yeah, check our website out, be in touch. We got all kinds of awesome things. And yes, if you'd like a reading tonight, or if you have anything on your heart or mind, just let us know. Andrea said, thanks so much for commenting, Andrea. Andrea said, having a tough week and would love my guides to provide any insight they may have. Feel like I'm putting in the shadow work, but not sure where I'm heading. Oh yeah, that's always such a gray area, right? We're in this like kind of weird time where we're coming on. We're like, if you think of Mercury retrograde as a roller coaster, we've been going up this roller coaster, and then we hit full moon and Pika retrograde, and now we're kind of on the downhill. And so things are kind of being rewired right now and put into different places. And what's happening is we are sometimes feeling a little in the in-between, in the void. We're putting in that work like you're talking about, but we're not necessarily seeing it quite yet because so many things are being rewritten. So it's so important to do your best to stay focused, to try to keep showing up, even when you can't tell exactly what's going to happen. And then sometimes cool big rewards come out of nowhere. So I'm going to pull you a few cards and see what we get. Then called to actually pull you some tarot cards. Let's take a look. What are the next few weeks looking like for Andrea? For Andrea, what does she need to know most? Oh, there's your work. It pretty much flew out. Oh, this is hilarious. I find this hilarious. I love when this stuff happens. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's just do 4. Yes. Excellent. Do a full month. Okay. Beautiful. So first ones, and the reason I laughed, hey, there's our girl Lex. She's all grounded in. We are doing a reading for Andrea to start. So I was pulling her a little month spread because she's having a tough week and she's, wondering what's going on. She's putting in that work and not really sure where she's heading. So the reason I laughed is because boom, here we are. 10 of Wands is doing that internal work. It's picking up all of our little inner staves and putting them over our shoulder and saying, all right, I can handle this. And that is literally putting in that shadow work. That's what that card looks like. The pan is like the devil. It's like that little devil on your shoulder. Like, okay, I'm doing the work, but I'm not getting a reward. Where is it? Why isn't this happening? Why aren't things changing? Oh, should I just give up? Should I just, even stop this? Is it even worth my time? That's what that pan devil energy is. It's just your conscious coming in, questioning things. We all go through that. That's part of the shadow, and it's important to transmute it. And you do, because then next week you get still feeling a little overwhelmed at first. You've got the 9 of Swords going on. There's a ton of stuff happening. However, it's not directly hitting you. There's a lot of things going on you can't quite control, and it feels overwhelming. However, you're kind of safe from cover. And what happens is you end up riding it out with beautiful energy by maintaining your own energy and practicing your balance, and you get the Chariot, and it's okay. It feels overwhelming at first, but you ride that storm. Week 3, all about putting in the work and getting abundance, which is really nice. You get the 6 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. So in a few weeks, the rewards will come in, not only from your shadow work, but also financially. Some stuff will be looking good, feeling good in a couple weeks, and you'll be really proud of yourself and enjoying that. Then by the end of the month, you get the Justice card and the Sun card. You will really see the efforts of the work you're putting in. Everything will come to light, and you will really feel like you're starting a new chapter and feeling some success and a big energy shift within you. And it's going to be lovely. So just hang in there for a little bit and know that it's going to work out. All right. Lex, do you want to pull a card for Andrea? Oh, Maggie Todd. I love Maggie. Hi, Maggie. Planning on moving from Ohio back to New York. Good idea. We will check that out for you next. Oh, I love Maggie. Maggie and I did one of my first internships with Maggie and got to hold really cool soul space with women and witness some shit. And she's a dope woman I was able to witness. So excited you're here, and we'll definitely pull some cards and take a look at that. But I know that Lexi is dying to pull something for Andrea, most likely.
I am dying because right off the bat, we got alchemy choices. And I feel like what's really coming up is the choice of the narrative that you are telling yourself, right? You are doing the work and you're not sure where it's heading. But what about the choice of becoming present in the moment and not worrying too much about where it's heading and trusting the little breadcrumbs of the universe to lead you to right where you're going? So that choice to be conscious with what you are telling yourself too, right? As how are you picking up the situation? Are you only reading the worst case scenario, or are you looking for the best case scenario too? And just to also, my favorite thing is like Joe Dispenza and who else preaches about it's not how you're going to get there, but the feeling, right, of what you want. And that when we are living either in the past too much or in the future too much, that takes us right out of the present. And then there goes our magic, right? To call things in. There goes our flow. We get out of flow. We start questioning. So allow yourself the alchemy, know that you are you are a vessel that can, create alchemy within your life. So take those worries and turn them into something positive for yourself, darling. And your good karma, your hard work is going to come around and you are going to reap those rewards. Those blessings are coming. They're right there. Start looking at the little blessings that are already there in the present moment, because it is going to be beautiful. It's not easy work. but it is the best work, and you're being cheered on. And don't forget that you are a child of the universe, no less than fucking stars, baby. You are magical. You are made of stardust. Incarnate fucking DM YOLO. And I really believe that's for the present moment. So romance that present moment. Romance right now, not where you think you need to be, where you want to be. Romance right this second. So those are my
We've literally, that's been like our theme this week with shadow twerk and stuff, is like romancing ourselves and really enjoying life and letting life turn us on. And yes, that can be sexual and that can be primal, and that comes from our kundalini, from our root chakra. However, that happens from things that are not sexual, creating that energy within us. And so literally romance your life and enjoy it. And I love that, Lex.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hello. We have some beautiful friends here tonight. So Maggie's dropping in. We're so excited to do her reading. We're going to go to Maggie next. Are you making a list of readings? I see you over there. Lexi's amazing at that. Andrea said thank you with all kinds of love. Jennifer Edwards is up in the house. We love you. Hi, gorgeous. With love information cards. Shine your badass selves. Thank you, thank you, thank you, sister. And Tina's here tonight. Tina also has some questions about things. So we are gonna, we are so glad you're here, and we're good. And we're gonna put you on the list too. And then Andrea also said thank you, beautiful goddesses. So we're so grateful. We love you all. Thank you for tuning in to See Goddess Healing Arts. We do lives every Thursday night. And then Lexi and I have a show called Unschooled, and all kinds of amazing things that are happening and coming around. But you will catch us here live on Thursday nights. And yes, SeeGoddessHealingArts.com. So our next reading is Maggie. I think it'd be kind of fun if maybe you start with Maggie, Lex, since I know Maggie. I'll do her second and you go first.
Okay. We are planning on moving from Ohio back to New York. Good idea. And I get fruitful idea. I'm getting a fruitful idea. So I think, but I also think that that's up to you, the Empress here, to decide whether or not that's fruitful enough for you to your mindset going into it. I think it can be a very fruitful decision for you. I think that it could harvest some really beautiful things in alignment, and to keep that positive intention out for yourself. Let's see here. So I'll draw one more card for my favorite new deck. Ooh, Starseed. Yeah. You are magic souls. This is your chance. I feel like this is an opportunity for you to really call in and create like your magic, what is going to light you up and create that life. So I think this move could be a great idea for you, especially with you going in knowing that you have that power to manifest the outcome of your dreams. This is your time to really give birth to what you want, to what lights you up, to what you're feeling called to create within your life. So I think you're going to create something beautiful there, or you have the opportunity to create something beautiful, or something beautiful will come of it. So
I love that. Beautiful. And welcome, Kevin. Welcome. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but I'm going to try. Yanith, something I hope similar to that, but you could even type it out and let me know. We're glad you're here. Thanks for holding space. We're See Goddess Healing Arts. We're doing Thursday night live readings. Maggie Todd said thank you. And if you want a reading, just let us know. We'll put you on the list. And so I see Lexi already made some notes. You are so welcome on behalf of Lexi, I'm sure. Maggie. And I'm going to pull you a few cards too for Maggie. What does she need to know most right now? What does she need to know most about her potential move to New York at this time?
Kevin, you're on the list.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, I got Starseed too. That's great. Okay, so first you got pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. This is confirmation that the decision you made is absolutely true and right for you. You're making decisions based on what your heart and your womb space and your solar plexus are leading you to. And you know that there's great fill up and reward and like heart energy coming in there. You also get exactly what Lexi just said, and you literally got starseed. What lights you up? Like the things that light us up are the things that fill our heart and our soul and give us energy to be here and dance and be on earth. And sometimes that's going the hell home for a while. Sometimes that's going back to something that brings us joy and peace and love. Sometimes it's something as simple as just lighting a candle or some sage or pulling a card or watching your kids play or the water, whatever it is. So follow what lights you up and it will not lead you astray. You are highly in tune. The other card that you got is protection. Call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval. This decision is happening for you and it's in great move for you and you're highly protected if this is what you choose. They're showing you're protected either way you go, but this is just something about your energy and your energy feeling like it's going to get filled back up after this decision, and it's going to get filled up when things fall into place for you. So just know wonderful things are coming and you deserve to trust that. And we're so glad you're here tonight. Thanks for tuning in. And yes, if you're just tuning in, we're Sea Goddess Healing Arts. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We have a beautiful website with all of our classes and our events and workshops. Lexi, when's the next time you're hosting Goddesses in Recovery?
This Sunday, Mother's Day 333, and our theme is going to be remothering yourself in the mother wounds. So Mother's Day, we're going to be jumping into the juiciness of mothering ourselves and talking about the mother wound too.
Yeah, that's going to be so potent, a potent, powerful healing circle. And I'm really grateful and excited to doing that. Thank you, Lex. Also, if you're enjoying this and you want to show us some love, we do accept tips. Donations are appreciated. It goes towards all of our Sea Goddess bills and funds. And we love that, but that is not necessary either because this is our gift from us to you. So just know that that's there. And we have an incredible blog that you can subscribe to and check it out. It comes out in our newsletter, and then all of our past blogs are actually right on the website. And each of the Sea Goddesses and honorary Sea Goddesses, different people contribute to them, and they are an incredible source of healing, knowledge, power, light, and we encourage you to check them out. So let's get to our next reading. Who's next on our list, Lex?
Jennifer Edwards.
Edwards. All right.
And I already got my cards pulled for Miss
Jennifer
Edwards.
You start because I know Jen as well.
Awesome. So Jennifer, I had jumpers. I stack of 3 jump out for you. And so first card was Gratitude Rampage. It's already happened. And so this card is all about just giving that gratitude as if the things that we want to have already happened and soaking it up. And it's funny because it came with also the sit happens. Let sit happen to you. So sit in that gratitude. I really suggest sitting in the gratitude of all that you have, and just feel it. Feel what you want, right? Feel it. Pretend it's there. What would it feel like? What would it smell like? What would it look like? Go through all of your senses with it to really call it in, manifest, and give the gratitude because it's already yours. It's already yours. And balance within the chaos. It is such a chaotic time. My recent opinion, I'm very opinionated recently with this energy, the current energy situation. It is a layered sandwich of just, I don't know if my wording for it is appropriate for YouTube and Facebook, but hop on over to Instagram and I did a recent energy because it has just been heavy. So the chaos lately, the hardest thing is finding our balance within that chaos, right? But that's the mastering, right? That's where we become masters in our own worlds and in our own for ourselves, right? That's when you are your own hero. Nobody else is meant to come and be your hero. You're meant to be your own hero when you start to master finding the balance within the chaotic moments, the chaotic times and challenges, that's when you become the master of your life and within your life. And don't forget that it is you that decides your vibe. So your vibe, it attracts your tribe. So, be mindful of that. What are you attracting? And sing out your true song. Mandy, look what card is coming out, right? Sing. Your voice matters. Your voice matters. Your story matters. You have so much to give. A form of abundance is sharing and teaching, right? And you have something, and that is abundant. You have this abundance to give and share your wisdom, your knowledge, your experiences. So, sing that voice. Let your voice, who you truly are, shine through. So that is what I have for Jennifer. Mandy, your turn.
Love that one. Jennifer is literally a lighthouse and an incredible astrologer, and she has beautiful energy and hosts incredible retreats and has a lovely podcast. So giving you a little shout out because she is divine. And I'm actually feeling called to pull you a few tarot cards. I guess it's a tarot kind of night for me. For Jen. Oh, Tower number 1 going on right now. Here we are, classic retrograde downslope, post eclipse, full moon, tower moment. What I love about my card is it is healing tower moments. It is that garlic coming on in to cleanse out the final little snippets of what's no longer serving you at this time for your beautiful summer that's getting ready to bloom. You then get the 7 of Pentacles, being disciplined, some money coming in, not quite sure what to do with it yet, saving it, figuring it out, stacking some shit, and getting some really creative ideas. Then you get the Page of Wands and you get a real nice opportunity to take a journey and decide where you want to go within yourself next. And I think Lexi was really hinting to that. I'm sure that there's yet another beautiful spiritual initiation for you and another path to dive really deep into the wisdom of yourself. And I love those cards for you right now. So if there's radical change and shift happening, it's meant to you right now. Faux show, no doubt about it. And then we get Warrior Goddess and the Gypsy. So whatever's meant to be coming in for you, you're meant to be advocating for yourself, fighting for that, letting that energy come in. And then you're also meant to be allowing yourself to follow the whispers of your soul and where that's guiding you at this time, and follow those pulls through your womb, and it's going to lead you exactly where you need to be at this time. So loving you, big love, glad you're here. Oh yeah, all right, heard that hit. She said on target, goddesses, much love, divine Tower, so cleanse. Oh yes, I know Jen's a master tarot chick, so I know you love that tarot dance, that tower dance. So thank you for holding the space and for being here, and thank you everyone else for hopping on. Maggie said, thank you. It's so lovely to see you. It's so lovely to hold space with you. And yes, we'll definitely have to connect in the flesh in the passings for sure. And yes, thank you so much for responding to me. This is like, she said, we pronounce her name like Janet, but with a Y. So Janet, I'm assuming Colombian. Thank you for telling me, and thank you for teaching us. And we're definitely going to be getting to you. Emily is here. She said, hey, ladies, jumping on late, would love a card if you feel it. So we will definitely do that. We love you, Em. Thanks for being here. Yanet said, yes. All right. Or Yanet. Sorry. Yanet. I'm going to get it right. I promise. We're warming up. All right. So who's next on our list?
We have Tina. Tina is up next.
All right. Go, Lexi, go. I think we should just keep going in order like this. This is nice.
I am down for that. What does... Ooh, there we go. I like jumpers. Jumpers make me feel like it's a committed, it's just the validation. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. This makes so much sense. So I feel like coming in the next few weeks for you, we got Incorrita, solitude. Look at this. Following the light, leading with light, right? In the face of darkness, lead with light. It is time to, and it's funny because it comes with restoration and as your next card. And I really feel like there's a little bit of going within happening for you. A little bit of you need to lead with your own bright light, right? And for your bright light to keep your light bright. And to maybe this time, I don't know. I feel like there's some inner rest needing, some love, some cup filling. Make sure that cup is really full, so you're pouring from an overflowing cup, and you're not pouring with your cup at an angle where it's never filling up. Um, and I feel like that might be like easier for you to do than let your cup fill up and then pour from an overfull cup. So that can be challenging, but chilling like a boss. Don't let dumbasses get you down. Do not let them dumbasses get you down. Take care of yourself. Make sure your light is on. Make sure you are taking care of your soul and that cup. Fill it up, baby. Fill that cup. Let it overfloweth. Mandy?
I love that. Teeing up next few weeks. Ooh. What was your first card? Mine's the Hermit. Solitude. Look at that. They look so similar. It's like the back and the front. This is so cool. Lexi's in Vermont. I'm in New Jersey. I was in Vermont yesterday with Lexi, which was so fun. We got to work together all day and hang out in the beautiful Green Mountain State. But now I'm back in Jersey because I had to go to the training center. So here I am, which is my favorite place. Okay. So first you get the Hermit. This is a big confirmation. You're meant to be like taking this post retrograde time to yourself. If you're feeling a little within, even if you're feeling a little down or a little low energy, that's okay. You're supposed to be tuning in to the portal of what's going on in your heart and in your soul and taking inventory, because then you follow up and you get the star, which is all about manifesting and dreaming and calling in what it is you want. And it's really hard to do that when we have the noise of the world and other people and other things. As much as we may love them, they still distract us sometimes from our truest own heart soul and our own soul strings and what it's there calling us to do. Then you get the Ace of Swords. So actually in a few weeks, on week 3, you take a lot of action. You're like, okay, coming out of my hermit hole a little bit, feeling like I'm ready to do some stuff. And really the energy moves from within you, but it's beautiful. It's calming, it's steady, it's nurturing, and you deserve to enjoy that. So just know if you're not like super out there at the moment, you're not supposed to be, or if you feel like going in a little, it's okay. And you've got wonderful things stirring for you and beautiful action is going to take place over the next few weeks. So thank you, Tina. Thank you for being here. And we hope that supports you. And if you are all just tuning in, we are Sea Goddess Healing Arts. We are on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. On Thursday nights, we do our Thursday night live reading show. We have amazing classes coming up. We do have a virtual tip jar link in the link below if you want to tip us. On our website, all of our events are listed. We've got Goddesses in Recovery coming up this Sunday for Mother's Day. We have Stellar Radiance, which is a beautiful experience with Ursula and I in person next week at Island Therapy. Drum Circle coming up, some amazing online classes. Shadows Work Summer School is coming, as well as another tarot class. So all kinds of great things. Check us out. We're over there. So who's next on our list? Oh, you on mute, Mom?
We have, I feel like I'm going to butcher her name. Yaneth. Yaneth is up. And
yeah, you got it right. It's like Janet, it's Janet with a Y.
Yes. Okay, so I'm excited because right off, I was just looking this card up, a couple of the cards up, because you got some vibes happening. You got some vibes. We got peace. Look it. Cultivating that inner peace, right? And that like peace within yourself and loving yourself. And it's so funny because I got right above it, decide your vibe. It attracts your tribe. Again, it is up to you to choose your vibe and make sure you are going for that inner peace, right? For what feels good for you. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. Just make sure that inner validation is all you're worried about, because that's when you are glowing. That is when you are going to feel your most beautiful, right? Is when you are in alignment and really allowing yourself to shine through, right? Because you're going to see your own beauty reflect out from outward, from inward outward. There we go. Mouthful. And then I got Starseed again. And I love it. So I just wanted to look at this card because it's the second time tonight that it came up. And so when this card appears, it's time to be an active co-creator, which how beautiful is that with a piece? So know that it is up to you to co-create that that feeling, that vibe, your own vibe, the peace within your life, and to become more fluid within yourself, right? So co-create. Be that amazing starseed, that galactic light being that you truly are, right? Here in Earth School, use that magic of yours to co-create with this experience what you really want, and chill like an ice cube, baby. So
Beautiful. I love that. And I want to welcome. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Danielle. So glad you're here. Tina said that last reading definitely hit her. And Janet and Janet said thank you. And I'm going to pull a few cards for you too. All right. First, we've got Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Honestly, you're at the place where it's time, to feel and be set free. Things are releasing, karma's moving out. It's a safe time in order to do that. Sometimes it might feel a little rough, but it's just because you're literally being unbound from all kinds of things that have been kept you kind of prisoner for a while, ways of thinking, ways of being, certain situations. And it's all releasing karmically and here in the 3D for you. So it might feel a little weird, but things are shifting and for a good way. They're also saying it's a really nice time for you to share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. Rebecca Campbell, who created these cards, said there's never been a safer time for us to share our truths, particularly as women. And that can be with one person, like in a therapy session, just healing. That could be writing a book and telling the whole damn world whatever you want. But it's a safe time to share your voice, to not worry about being persecuted for whatever it is you need to share. And I always say when it comes to sharing, like, is it kind? Is it true? And is it necessary? And whatever our truth is, and it's okay. It's okay to be there with that. Because then you also you're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. This is like a really sweet way of saying Lexi's one, which was like a chill out ice cube, basically, because you got this. You're doing it. You're doing all the work you need to do. And right now it's just about receiving and breathing into that and feeling like you are receiving what you deserve and enjoying the reward of that. So release the overthinking and know that you are exactly where you need to be right now. And you're already doing it. So thank you so much for tuning in, Yana. And we're so glad you're here. And we hope you come back again. And we're so glad. We appreciate you. And Tina said, you both always get me right on. So sweet. We're so grateful for you. And she said, thank you so much, girls. Very interesting. Yes. Points to ponder. Points to ponder. And that's what Soul Inquiry is all about. Love it. Who is next on our list?
Kevin is next on our list.
Kevin, you are on our list. If you have anything specific, drop it in the comments and let us know. Hi, Debbie. Glad you're here. Hey, Melody, glad you're here too. If you want a card or like a reading or have any questions, let us know. Sophia also wants to be put on the list too. She'd love a post retrograde what's to come card. Beautiful. We will get you on that list. And right now we're doing a reading for Kevin, and Lexi just got stunted with something checking in.
Kevin, this is so juicy. Can I just show you this lineup? We got compassion, alchemy, choices, and they're going to lead you to clarity. There's some clarity coming here. So Have you been having some compassion to yourself? I feel like you need to have some more compassion towards yourself, your journey, and realize who you are. I feel like you've worked through some stuff, and almost like, I don't know if you're second guessing yourself, like that you are truly capable, magical, and can create the change that you want. I feel like you have some dreams and ideas, and you know, maybe have some limiting beliefs that you're capable of achieving it or making that happen, and you really are. And so this card talks about stepping into the compassion to yourself, and others too, right? Because we're all just trying to do our best. So having compassion, um, in all situations, in all aspects. And also, this card talks about adorning yourself with gems and jewels, and like connecting and treating yourself like the temple that you are, and realizing that how much what you are capable of, right? And these choices, alchemy, you are an here in Earth School, right? You are ultimately an alchemist, right? And you have the opportunity to take some things that may be challenging you and turn them into something that are going to benefit you. The second time this card has come up tonight, and this card to me is like one of the perfect retrograde cards, because it's time to realign, reconnect, refocus, remember. Um, all those rewords that we talk about in our shadow tort classes, and during retrograde, right? It's that time to reflect and become aware that we do hold the power to alchemize the things within our life, right? The challenges, the thoughts, all of the different layers. And so really use that to take the things and make them work for you. Use it as fuel to your fire. And then we have, look at this clarity. We got the blind man, right? But he can see clearly. He may not be seeing out of his eyes, but his third eye is wide open and it sees clearly. You've got the angels, you've got the scales, the justice. I feel like you might be feeling like some things in your life feel unfair. And why? Because you have been putting out that good karma for yourself, and justice, you deserve justice, or in certain situations, and it's coming. There's going to be more clarity too after. Look at the bigger picture, take a step back too. And really, when you take that step back, get that bigger picture, you see the timeline. Just as we were talking about the tarot card and retrograde being like the time of things happening, right? The upheaval, the everything gets shaking up, right? It's time to let things fall away so we can rebuild the way we want in more alignment. So it is going to happen for you, and that clarity, it may feel mucky right now. Step back, the clarity will come. And the power of serenity now. Pencil it into your schedule. Make sure you're taking time to find peace in each of your days and compassion for yourself. Really sit, even give yourself some time to meditate. Try challenging yourself to really give yourself that peace each day, right? Call it in. You're always second guessing yourself. Yes. And you don't, okay. I do the same thing. That's been one of my lifelong fun challenges, right? Is the second guessing. And Mandy has been such a great teacher for me on this journey with this, and helping me overcome that, because yeah, a lot of times
your optimization of imposter syndrome.
Yeah, and a lot of it is too, for me, breaking it down to realize how our primal brain actually kicks in and affects us, helped me feel more empowered to be like, oh, it's not me. It's not a sign that I shouldn't be doing this. This is my primal brain that does not realize it's just trying to protect me, but I can see through it. I am safe. I am protected, and I'm going to face this fear. And it's in those times that we face those things and we break free, where we gain the momentum and where we up level energetically. So I challenge yourself, like when you go to second guess yourself, like, no, do it. Like, some sort of like, Mandy, what was one of the tools you gave me in the beginning? You're muted.
I'm all, blah, blah, blah. You legit connect your consciousness, like you legit up level, because when you are using those thoughts, and what you're doing is saying, you know what, God, angels, universe, higher that be, Pleiadians, whatever, whoever's out there, I trust you. I trust you. I trust I'm safe. I trust I'm protected. Even if this doesn't feel good, even if I just broke my leg right now, like maybe I am being protected from something. I don't fucking know, but I just need to trust it at this time. And you build this consciousness. And what it is these tiny little sliding door moments, these tiny little conversations with ourselves all day, every day, where we catch ourselves and we're like, oh, I'm on that loop again. Oh, I'm going through something in the past that's no longer serving me. And when you're releasing things from the past, you need to say, okay, is this new? Is this a fresh wound? Is this still a gaping wound? Is this still a big trigger? Triggers, we believe at Sea Goddess Healing Arts, are opportunities to heal. And what happens is every time we face them, every time we go into them, they get a little softer, they get a little lighter, they become a little more diluted, if you will. And we flush that wound out. And then what happens is suddenly, kind of one day after doing the work on, I always say random Tuesday, you like something will happen that would usually trigger you and it doesn't as much. And those experience in the past, they release their feelings, they just become facts. And then you take the lessons and the opportunities and you gain wisdom. And there's all this juiciness there that Lexi was talking about. And there are so many tools. Like my favorite thing, take a deep breath. And then I go over 10 things I'm grateful for, or 5 things I'm grateful for, because it neurologically distracts you from whatever was causing the anxiety, consciously or subconsciously. And gratitude is one of the higher levels vibrational feelings that we can feel. So it's literally kind of snaps you out of it, all doing it mindfulnessly. You can do that if you're sitting at work, if you can't do anything, if nobody can see what you're doing, you can do that all right in here. So that's like one of my favorite ninja go-tos. You can hold each finger for 30 seconds or more. Every single finger is connected to acupuncture points for every organ in our body. And after 3 to 5 minutes of just breathing and giving your fingers a little hug, all of a sudden your entire system will reset. And I like the angels. Angels, please surround me in white and blue light and protect me. Help me to focus. And then I rapid fire affirmations. I take a deep breath. Like say I'm talking shit to myself and I'm like, oh no, you're so dumb. You're so stupid. You're fat. You're ugly. Whatever it is I'm saying to myself, you're worthless. You're a piece of shit. Like all the things we all tell ourselves. You take a breath, you say stop out, and then you refocus and you give yourself, it's kind of like going back to kindergarten and you give yourself 3 put-ups. So I'm like, oh, you know what? Okay, actually I'm smart and I'm creative and I am pretty and I came up with this and I did this today. And all of a sudden you start giving yourself the things that you're wanting and you're calling in. I like this comment. It said, that's weird. I used to wear a rubber band on my wrist when I started to feel anxious and I would pop it 3 or 4 times and breathe. It's that same thing because that's going to literally trigger you and come back. We don't always need it to be physical, but if we can, that's fine. Some of us like that. I like that sort of thing. But I realized for me, it was the breath and it was snatching my thoughts right here. And our favorite book for that is Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. It's free on YouTube. We got links to that everywhere. We're talking about it all the time. And so yeah, we hope that supports you. And I'm also going to pull you a couple cards, of course. Week coming up for Kevin. What's he need to know most right now?
Kevin, I'm so glad you were here tonight because I really feel like your one card too is talking about, it's so funny you talked about the rubber band because it literally talks about wearing, like, adorning yourself, like bracelet, like rings, like, so maybe like get yourself like a nice like a bracelet that has some meaning to it, a mantra on it, something that makes you feel, reminds you of your power, and to take that power back and to have that compassion for yourself in this, because you are meant to be here and take up space, and your voice is meant to be heard. So sorry, Mandy.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful you're here, Kevin, and thank you for being open and honest and vulnerable. And like all these tools, they work. They create a shift. They help make a change. And so I pulled you 3 cards. Your first one is to honor your beauty. Thank you, Joe Fael, for helping me discover my inner and outer beauty. That's a lot of those positive affirmations we were talking about. That's a lot of that second guessing you were saying you had, and then allowing yourself to have a little confidence there and a little trust and tuning into your heart space, as well as like actually, telling yourself, you know what, I am cool, I am fly, I deserve to take up space. You also get Archangel Azrael. Archangel Azrael is the angel of change and transition. It says, thank you, Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. Changing our mindfulness, rewiring, especially the way we talk to ourselves when we were used to talking mad shit all day. It's a big deal. And it's badass and it's a lot of work. And so you've got serious angel energy on your side for this. And Azrael's going to walk through you with it. You then also get Archangel Gabriel, which is to speak your truth. Thank you, Gabriel, for helping me to speak my truth with integrity. I said it before. It's so important to be honest and to be vulnerable and to share our truths and to share the things that are on our hearts and mind. But it's also important to communicate in a like healthy and positive way as much as possible. And like, of course, we all fuck up, shit happens. But if you can generally stick to, is it kind, is it true, and is it necessary? It helps us to figure out exactly and know what we need to say. So I hope that supports you. That's what you got coming up. It's all about these big transitions, speaking your truth and not being so hard on yourself. And we're glad you're here. And thank you everyone else who's popping in. Andrea said, love the gratitude reminder. Kevin said it would help so much. And yes, we're gonna keep adding. I think who's on our list next?
So we have Emily next.
Emily, yay. And so if you're just tuning in, we're Sea Goddess Healing Arts. We do readings, classes, services. Lexi's got Goddesses in Recovery coming up on Mother's Day this week at 333. If you're in recovery, if you support someone who is, it's just this really cool alternative space that we have. We have all kinds of amazing upcoming classes, events, different things. And if you're enjoying tonight's show, we got a virtual tip jar, and there's a link below that you can drop some love in. And we're so glad you're here. So now we're going to go up to Emily's comment.
And so Emily made a great comment too about how she loves listening to everybody, so she always takes something away. And I always mean at the beginning to say to everybody, if you are here and you hear something and it's not your reading and it resonates, you are meant to hear it. So no matter if it's your reading or not, if it resonates, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, because you are meant to be there in that divine moment to hear it and to have that tingle within. And so listen to your body on those validations. And yeah, because I always think we overlook that, and Spirit's always like, we're trying to give you guys signs, we're trying, you got the tingles, you still didn't believe it even with the goosebumps. And so yeah, I should make sure I give my little spiel at the beginning because it's true. So Emily, I'm so excited. Emily, right away, stability, speaking your truth, victory is yours. Calling in that victory through speaking your truth.
That's like King Canna.
Yeah.
Talk about abundance.
Yeah. Look at that
card.
The crystal ball. I mean, it's the energy, the determination to not allow anything to back you down from speaking your truth. Because sometimes when we speak our truth, we trigger others, and that's not our problem. Not our problem. Triggers are good. Triggers are good. If you are getting triggered by something, that trigger is there for you as a lesson, as an opportunity for growth, and to do the shadow twerk.
What did you learn earlier? Triggers are what? Triggers are what?
They're our friends.
Opportunities to heal.
Yes, triggers are only opportunities for growth, healing, and lessons, up leveling.
Oh,
so
Emily, we got some deep shit here. This is good. This is a huge thing coming up for so many people. And it is the classic witch wound. Every single one of us in past lives, we were persecuted for the most part for speaking our truths, men and women in particular. And so it is scary when our truths get used against us and they could be weaponized. And the best way to alchemize fear is become curious about it. You have your truth. You know your truth. All you can do is continue to speak your truth, and it's a different vibration. And I'm a firm believer that the truth always reveals itself in some way or another. And it's amazing what happens if you ask the angels, if you pray, if you ask the angels and God and the universe to say, like, hey, help me with this, help me release this, help me to trust, and help me to know that I'm safe and I'm protected. And, you know, there's certain systems. We all know the medical systems fail us over and over again. We all know lots of different systems do. And sometimes they, you know, can make us feel like our truths are not worthy or like we're crazy. There's this whole, I wish you do a whole show on medical gaslighting, but that's a whole nother topic, right?
1,000% there. 1,000, because I'm right now, this is a topic heavy on me. Heavy on so many layers, and it's just disgusting how it's even playing out and goes into the school system too.
Oh, something fierce.
oof, so good. But you have ancestors, and there is energy behind you that wants you and is encouraging you and is holding you. that want you to know to call on them, allow them to come in and support you and guide you, because when you do, you're ultimately helping their voice be heard too. And your voice, we need it right now because it's a voice to speak up for those who have not had the opportunity to do so, those that never got to do so. So please, know that you are ultimately held from beyond in this. Your angels are with you. They are holding you through every step of the way. They know that it's scary. They know that you're being intimidated. They know that you are being challenged. They know that you're working with a lower frequency that feeds off of your energy and fear too. So they're going to play up on your fears. And, you have to shine that light of yours right into that darkness, okay? Because you are ultimately held, and they don't understand that you come in with spiritual gangsters behind you. You're coming with like a spiritual and energetic, just, hood love community behind you. And you have hood love community as your last card. And, the power is within you and within the choices you make and coming together and honoring them. And you're honoring so many by speaking the truth and by doing this. And not only that, but you're doing it for people on both sides that are here and on the other side. And so, sit back for a minute and know that this is hard work, but it's sacred work, right? And this is really, really, really sacred. So this heavy, hard work is sacred, but you are magical and you have community around you. And also, I really kind of feel like the call for this hood love and community is needing somebody like you to start a community for those that have not had the opportunity, right? Come together. How are we strongest when we come together? So call out to that community for support to create that community. There's something bigger here to grow from this, ultimately, I believe. And that's why we have so many ancestors and blessings coming in to validate and want to give you validation, love, and support, and let you know that you are held and they are right behind you. You are coming in with a fierce, into battle with a fierce spiritual support system. So, love ya.
I love that. I love that. And Sophia's literally showing up as community and letting Emily know how much she supports her and feels her situation. And she said, y'all started and made a home for me. So for Emily this week on all these things. Oh, and she also said she's been a diligent collector of truth. It will share. All right, for Emily. Yep. You going through it whether you like it or not. Priestess card. How are you being called to step up and lead? We go through these things so that we can help ourselves first and then others. And there is a beautiful initiation happening through this. Even though it doesn't feel the best and it's scary and weird and alchemical, it's happening so that you can be the priestess that you are. Also, you got the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. It's nothing to fear but fear itself. This is the time to come in and to clear that and to transmute it. And even if you hit some hiccups or, some battles or whatever it is, the truth and you have it. And then you also get trust your intuition, trust the niggle. What is that niggling feeling telling you? You are safe, you are protected, and it's okay to tune in. Know that you're loved, know that you're held, and know that you're very protected at this time. Awesome. Andrea said, found the tip jar. Thanks for the love, Andrea. We appreciate you. So glad you're here. And thank you for always tuning in. And Kevin also said, thank you so much, ladies. Absolutely beautiful. That is so much that helped out. Awesome. Yes. We're so glad you tuned in and we're so glad that it was able to support you. Who is our next one?
Ooh, lucky Sophia. Sophia, I got some juicy stuff here, girl. Creation partnered, sex magic. Some juicy energy here. Juicy energy. Creation partner. This is a lot about, sex magic, yes. you can take it to a naughty place always. Not naughty, but a good place. But
well, it's the topic of our shadow twerk this week, and Lexi literally makes nature porn outside with trees that she sees in
I know, I just see it.
nature in pornographic positions. Like she sees it and then she can't unsee it. And we got a page coming soon with this because it's hilarious. But you're just a magical, and we're supposed to all be in tune to our sexuality. It's actually the holiest part about us. Sorry, unrant.
Yeah, no, it's so true, and it's a reminder that we need to be like orgasmically in love with the idea of our life in order to create the magic we are here that we have available to us, right? So orgasm is how, like, the orgasm, that climax, that spark, that energy, that's our solar plexus, that part that lights us up. Our that's our soul. That's our essence, right? That's how we come in, we go out. That's there to birth things, right? So it's that co-creation energy, right? And I really feel like you have a partner that holds you and sees that within you too. So that opportunity to have your divine masculine and be that divine feminine, really embody and practice and hold that sacred, and know that that is a tool that is there to help you, right? To help you manifest and create that life and call it in. So co-create with life, co-create in your life, co-create with yourself. So just some juiciness there. And then tolerance, thrive, rarity. And if you see, this card talks about like the good and the bad. You've got your angel energy and your kind of darker, redder, heavier energy, and the tolerance of this earth experience. There's always going to be the hard, the ugly, the good, the bad, the pretty, right? It's light, dark, up, down. So finding that tolerance of where you can see the bad shit, but standing, in that, seeing it for what it is and knowing where you're most powerful to help in the situation, right? That you thrive through it when you stand in your truth, in your ground, right? And you stand above and you see the bigger picture. You see the different things at play. So with that, which metaverse, know that you ultimately create your universe, right? That alchemy, that magic, that's your life creation from your fired up solar plexus. So create, baby, create, work that magic within you, because it's brewing. You are such a magical, bright soul with so many gifts. And I feel like one of the issues is that there are still some outside weight, opinions, pressure, that, kind of wants to, you feel that battle of, do I need to follow this rule? It doesn't feel right to me. Or do I need to follow this mindset? It's like, you got to break free from that and just create your own magical life. You don't need to worry about what they think, say, do. Focus on you, girl, because you are so freaking magical. You are this witch, this ultimate chemist of your life and of your future. So create it with that life source energy that lights you up, because this is your time to create and to make complete magic of your own life and energy, because you're magical.
Yes.
Mandy?
Oh, I love it. And also pause to say hello, Shelby Gordon. So glad you're here and you just got out of work, and we are sending you big love too. And we're glad you're here, sister. Sophia said, thank you. And yes, a few cards for Sophia. I'm feeling called for just a few words for late cards, actually, for Sophia this week. What she need to know post retrograde. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. You're doing that more and more in so many ways, and they're just showing your seas are calming. Harmony's coming in. You're calling in those on your frequency right now with your heart, and it's happening magically and organically. And I'm a really big supporter, the angels are showing, to really encourage, romancing your own life right now, as well as letting that, overflow with your partner too, and enjoy that and have fun in that presence and co-create there, because wonderful things can happen from it, and you deserve it at this time. You then get mirror, of course, a little work, who or what is triggering you. I think they're showing too for you. I think you're going to get some big confirmations that things that once did trigger you are not going to trigger you as much. You're going to get that confirmation that, oh, you know what? I kind of cleared that shit. And this feels a lot better. And I'm just like really loving this. And so they're just showing, I think it's really like, it's going to be this soft mirror image of like, oh, who's that girl? It's not nearly getting me the way it used to. And I'm so grateful and I feel so much better. And then you get, last but not least, Lumeria, creating heaven on earth. Keep doing it. It's happening. You really are creating your own heaven on earth, and a lot of the drama is leaving you behind, and you get to truly enjoy this next season coming up, romancing your life and the sweetness of it. Despite hate is gonna hate. It's just because they hate themselves. Misery loves company. You do you, boo. Enjoy your own frequencies, and like everyone else, like when that fear just comes up a little bit, see what you can do to get a little curious and how you can ask your angels and God and the universe to support you and protect you and be there for you. So thank you, Sophia. Big, big love. Big love. And hi, Danielle. I'm so glad you're here too. I know you were here. You mentioned you were here before, but she said, I've just been sitting here listening to you guys. Well, crap. Oh, big love her. Big love. Thank you for being here and holding the space and tuning in your frequency with us. And Sophia said, oh, good. I'm done with the old shit. Yes. And Melanie said, can I get on the list, please? And I think Melanie is next on the list, right?
I wasn't sure if Debbie was asking for a card or not.
Let's see.
Debbie with a question.
Debbie, if you're still here and you want a card, say yes. And in the meantime, we will go. Oh, yeah, because Debbie said, here we go. I'm back up there. She said, hi, been outside a lot. Hey, are crows my next?
I wasn't sure if my card was, if she meant like.
Yeah. Debbie, if you're still here, drop a comment and we will definitely come to you next. Oh, she is here?
Said, yeah. Yep.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to go Debbie and then Melanie's after that. Don't you worry, girl. We got you.
And then Andrea's daughter.
Okay.
Are crows my next? Were you asking if crows are your... Because look into the meaning of crows as a spirit animal. So good. Very interesting. And actually, I have... I'll try to share it in...
Oh, she said, oh, I'm curious about crows. Crows are magic.
Yeah, they are so magic. And it's so... and the number of crows, too. So always note the number of crows. Because
Sophia said she's curious about crows. Sorry about that. I read that as Debbie's comment. So, Debbie, if you're interested in crows, let us know. But in the meantime, yes, crows are magic and you can train them. They're really smart. They come around magical people. They're protectors. I know Lexi knows even more.
So they can come up a lot of times. We can have loved ones that can come up in it too, as you know, show up as a crow in our life. The symbolism, we can have our spirit guides sending us messages through them, and so yes, dive into that for sure. Look up the meaning, you know, see what resonates with you. Hawks and vultures were on me for years. They have taught me what I needed to learn. Now crows are around me a lot. Yes. And crows are really about wisdom too, and like diving in, and it's like taking, like, they are old school. Like, think about like old medicine. Like, they are wise, ancient. There's knowledge, and a lot of times I feel like it's when ancestors and spirits want to give us messages too. So messages from the divine are coming, and that's beginning with a silent retreat. Silence. So I think you need to meditate on this. I would even just sit outside, meditate, watch the crows, meditate while crow watching.
That's what they do.
With a journal, maybe, and allow whatever to come through. Give yourself that opportunity to connect, and have that silent retreat and peace. And look at, she's sitting out there in the woods, just listening to the silence of, you know, what is around. So allow them. I feel like you are already open and, you know, to receiving the messages, and they are here. And one of the messages is coming through is that you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. So You guys are very safe in health, so be you. Practice radical acceptance. Practice radical acceptance. Be you. Mandy, would you like to dive in some more?
Oh yeah. I love that. And like, that's what the magic of the crows are. It's about like developing your psychic abilities and your intuition and all these cool things. So that's probably the next step. A lot of what Lexi was talking about in her card that came up of just going sitting out there and listening to them. And one of my best friends, she's not a crow, but her name's Raven. We do a show on Monday mornings, all about grief, transitions and how to handle that and what to do. And we joke around. We're always like, when we try to find each other. Everybody in my family knows that. And so I think there's beautiful messages there for you, and they're really curious, intelligent. They're amazing at like adapting and to change and things. So I feel like if it's coming in for you at this time, it's a high level of consciousness coming to work with you. And then I'm also just feeling called to call.
And I feel like it's really coming into like, I feel like you're coming into this wiser like part of your life where you get to be the wise one, where you hold that space, that energy. So,
and while you have to sit your ass down, as Lexi was shown in the woods, and listen, you literally get take time to breathe. Thank you, angels. I breathe with ease, knowing that you're here. Trust, know you're held, know they're there, and that you are meant to just relax a lot at this time. You even get confirmation on that with take a step back. Thanks for stopping in, Lynn Felicia, but we got to bye Felicia you now because you're poaching everyone. So please ignore. We have a troll. It happens. And don't worry, I'm going to block it. It's going to stop. So then you get take a step back. Thank you, angels, for helping me take a step back from what's no longer serving me. So if you're noticing some things are falling away, or if you're wanting some things to fall away and you're making that actually actively happen in your life, it's happening for a reason right now. And I think the crows are there to help up level and support you. Then last but not least, you get connect with music. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me through music. They're showing they send you love, and they have for a long time through music, and they're going to continue to do that at this time. And I think you're even going to enjoy listening to the music in nature when you're out connecting and tuning in. So I'm so glad you asked, and I hope that that they are there to support you and let you know exactly what they're there to teach you. Awesome. Okay, so who are our next ones? And then we're gonna wrap it up a little soon. I know Melanie, and who else?
You got Melanie, Josephine, and then Andrea's daughter.
All right, those are our final 3 of the night. So if you're tuning in, thank you so much for holding this beautiful soul space with us. We're Sea Goddess Healing Arts. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We have incredible classes coming up, as well as events and free online soul circles. We have a virtual tip jar for tonight if you want to throw us some love. And we have an incredible blog and soul broadcast that we send out each and every month that is just such a great free resource and tool for so many. So thank you all so much for being here and checking us out. For Melanie, would you like to go first?
Oh, I want to go first.
I'm
reading this card because I love it, and I think that it needs to be right in this moment. So this is Osupa Vision. Osupa. So I'm going to hold this up. Here we get a long-awaited glimpse at the dark side of the moon, which is a reflection of the collective memory. Osupa is the card of dreams and illuminates the inner worlds of your fears, hopes, and feelings. The brain is very powerful, and it cannot decipher between the difference between when you imagine an event and when you experience it. The imagination is one of the powerful tools in your metaphysical toolbox, and you can use it as a means of healing or replaying old programming that keeps you stuck in a lower frequency. Your subconscious resides between your temples. They are called temples for a reason. Osupa works with the heart. This is home to the seat of the soul. Osupa works during the night when your dreams and visions come alive fully in the light of the moon in the darkness. It is time to turn your attention within and start to work on your dream escape. This is the card of the dreamer, the creative, the artist, the musician, and the free spirit. It is time to listen to the symbolism coming forth in your dreams and journal. When a supa appears in your spread, it is time to ask yourself, am I ignoring my shadow self? Am I having nightmares because of unresolved issues that I keep replaying? And then you had creation partnered sex magic, that life force energy. And so I really feel like what is being asked is to go within, and some of that shadow work, that shadow work Mandy and I are always talking about, helping to, release some of those holds, some of those things that have gotten stored within you that aren't serving you anymore. It's a
Free
safe
up.
Yeah, it's a safe time to allow them to come up and release them. And when you haven't done the work, every time you think it, you relive it. So until you do that work, right, until you allow that healing, then you can get out of that space where it comes up and it doesn't bring up the emotion and put you back right into the feeling of it. So that is part of rewiring your brain. And that is possible to do. So, you're dreaming too, allow that light within you, what lights you up, to dream and dream up your future and what you want to call in for it, because you ultimately have the power to create it and to co-create the life that you want to call in and that you want to have. Highly meditated, with a license to chill, meditate on it. Just meditate, give yourself that space to connect, find that light again, let it shine bright. Allow yourself to face those triggers and those shadows within, because as you do it, it is going to help you create that future, help you co-create that magic space that you dream of living in and being in. So, yeah, I hope that resonates.
I love that.
Mandy.
And I love that one for Melanie, because I know she's been going through major transition and working really hard on releasing so much and stepping into that. And I think it's a big confirmation of like things are really coming into balance and showing up, and like just keep at it. Even if it doesn't feel like it, the shift is coming, it's happening, it's changing, and you're doing what you need to do to like make that come in at this time. And she commented and said, light is starting to shine through little by little. I bet it is. I bet it is. And like Lexi was talking about, that sexual Kundalini energy, like sometimes it can get put out for a while and then it can come back in. And it's important to remember that the womb space, not only does it give birth to life and do we create, but we also hold our fear and our pain there. And so the more pain we're feeling, the more we're remembering things from the past, the more we're afraid of things, the more we're stifling that. So the more we can meditate, clear that out, as Lexi was talking about, and really focus on what we want in the future and focus on seeing that light a little bit more and more. And when we find ourselves worrying about things that we just can't do anything about, taking a breath and focusing on that light. So I love that. I love that for you. And we're going to pull you just a couple more angel cards for Melanie. First, you get open your heart. Thank you, Archangel Shemuel, for removing the barriers around my heart. You had to have protection up. You had to have a lot of things there. But it's really important to know that you can love unconditionally all kinds of different people and situations, and that even if your heart got broken, it's not meant to break it and shatter it. It's meant to break it open in even to a grander love. And so those of us who survive hard heartbreaks, we can end up being the best loves in the world, first to ourselves and then to others. You then get the inner voice. Thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice. Your intuition is rising and it's telling you exactly what you need to know, and you can trust it at this time. It's linking up with your heart. And then final for confirmation, transformation. It really is happening. You're doing all this. You got to keep doing it. Got to keep doing that work, just as we were talking about with Lexi, but it will pay off. We promise you. And thank you so much for holding some soul space with us and allowing us to pass you some messages. Big transformation happening for you. You are your pot of gold. All right. So we got two more, Josephine and then Andrea's daughter, right?
Yes. So Josephine,
Beautiful.
you little manifester, you.
Oh,
I feel like you are just like a creation goddess. And if you are maybe more so wondering, okay, well, I know I want to call something in, but it hasn't happened yet. This card is a reminder of just the desire to create change versus the willingness to take the action to create it too and call it in. So, and that is that feeling part again, right? Because, we're not supposed to worry about the how, but the feeling of the what, right? Sometimes the example I want to use is me in the house, wanting to buy a house so bad that I was getting stuck on the wrong houses. I was just worried about the house. And it was having to let go and like allow that process, right? Like trust, like it's going to feel right. It's going to happen. Just kind of the releasing sometimes the hold on trying to manifest so hard. It's like, it's so fluffy. I could die, like where you just squeeze the fluffy dog so hard and you squeeze that dream, you squeeze that want so hard. Sometimes we need to kind of release it to allow it to grow and work and to take form, right? Release the how, that kind of control of calling it in. But you are ultimately the manifestor. You're ultimately the creator. So you have what it takes to do that. And remember that change, the only constant in life is change, and that is can be hard, but it is ultimately there for us. Right? It is ultimately there to help us align with what is meant for us. So allow change to happen and allow it to come in, and ride that wave of change. Knowing that as long as you are focusing on that feeling you want on the other side of that change, that's all you need to be doing is focusing on what you want to call in and ride that wave. Spirit is here with you. Spirit comes in with act. So take action towards what you want to call in, actively manifest, feel it, give time to give gratitude to what it is that you are wanting to call in, that's that you're trying to manifest, right? I hope that resonates.
I love it. For Josephine. All right. You've got trust your vibes. Big one coming up. Thank you, angels. I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. You've actually been very intuitive for a long time, but you really second guess it often. And it's really important right now to know that you can trust it, to fall into it, and to go with it. And sometimes it looks like a little bit of discipline right now because then you get healthy choices. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to make healthy decisions. So a lot of times our intuitions vibe us exactly where we need to be. Whether that's, eating a little healthier, doing some exercise, or drinking more water, getting more sleep, speaking our truth in relationships, stuff like that, setting healthy boundaries, our intuition and our vibes are going to tell us exactly what we need to do. And so these are sometimes uncomfortable, they're showing for you, but happening for you at this time. Then last but not least, you get the inner power, the divine father. Divine father, thank you for co-creating my world with me. This is that divine masculine, that energy that comes in. That's us taking action in order to do it. We thank God. We thank the angels for helping us. But then we go ahead and take the step. We get on the yoga mat. We do the healthy choice. We take a break. We release the anger. We cry if we need to. We do what we need to do to create those healthy choices. So just know you're on the right path. Your intuition's telling you exactly where you need to go. It's just taking the gumption and that power and the action steps to do it. And there's never been a more blessed time. So I hope that supports you and gives you a little encouragement into what you're moving into. Hi, Heather, or hi, Helen. Helen, you just jumped in right at the end. We will pull you one. You will be our last one. So now second to last is Andrea's daughter. Did you say her name? Let's see. My daughter is having a rough week as well, and words of wisdom you can provide her from her guides. Oh yes, we've got some for sure. You want to go first?
I'm reading it. Aiku. Aiku rides in and clears away the old to make space for a new vibration to come in. Without Aiku, the cycle would never be complete. Aiku is death in the Yoruba tradition, but death is not the end. The flag symbolizes creation and the light spirit body, which continues endlessly as Aiku rides through the veils of time and space. The Pegasus symbolizes the ability to fly to the ends of time and space, resulting in true freedom. It has mastered getting beyond the self and carries IQ at the time of humanity's greatest need, rebirth. Cannabis flowers and leaves sprinkle the ground as offerings left by many spirits before who've accepted the change. If you accept IQ when she appears and is spread, you are fully free to release something and step into the new light. It is okay to mourn and grieve the things of the past, but you must create your future. When Aiku arrives and says it is time to move on, if Aiku shows up for you, it is time to consider, do I run programs of the past more than those of the future? Do I know how to embrace the unknown? So I'm really feeling like there's a transformation happening here for your daughter, and that there's for Lauren, and that there are some things that are falling away that maybe you she doesn't want to fall away, or she wasn't expecting to fall away, or she saw it lasting longer. And that's hard to go through, right? Especially when you have this idea of what things are supposed to be, how they are supposed to be happening, how things are supposed to be playing out. And ultimately, we can't control that. And so when we try to hold on to certain things and fight it, it can be really hard. So I feel like there's some things falling away, and trusting that process and allowing it to fall away, and grieving, allowing the grief, right? Because a lot of times toxic positivity, just, oh, get over it, just stay positive. But no, no, we are at Earth school. We are meant to feel it all, the pains, the depths, the emotions, to ride and feel the wave. We have to feel it to heal it. So allowing herself to feel the heaviness of the certain challenges of what's falling away, what's happening, right? And feel through it, knowing that she is protected, and just stay focused on her light, right? Shining that light bright. And just that's all she can do, right? Is focus on her light. So we got Namaste, which is the divine in me honors the divine in you. And she is divine. You are divine. It's not an easy ride right now, but that's because her soul is just doing some major up leveling. Her, like, it looks so hard and shitty down here in Earth School, but our soul's up there like, what? Like, come on. Do you know what this is leading to? Do you know what this is making room for? If only you knew, it would be easier to sit back through it, right? So trust that there is the protection there, and that the magic is happening within the chaos. Magic is chaos in a way, you know what I mean? Because it's hard to nail it down, right? So allowing that transformation to happen, and trusting in the universe, and trusting in the process of allowing certain things to fall away to make room for the new. So I hope that helps some.
Aw, for Lauren. I love that. 2, 3. All right. First one that you got is loved one in heaven. Thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close to me at this time. You have many ancestors and angels that are there to support you, and it's a time to talk to them. I don't know if you have a grandparent or a great-grandparent energy that you connect with, but I do feel that energy coming in for you, and you being held, as well as maybe like a close friend or cousin, something like that sort of energy. And just know that you are loved. They're there for you, even ancestors you haven't met yet and used to connect with them when you were a little kid, and more of that's going to come in for you, Lauren. You then get don't hate, meditate. Thank you, angels, for guiding me through meditation. Meditation is all about getting to know yourself and getting to know that inner dialogue, moving the thoughts out, letting ourselves create more peace. Because then when we're present, we're able to get clarity on the things we need. One of my favorite things to do this, I'm sure you're busy, I'm sure you have a lot going on, but when you work on a project or volunteer, just do something totally different than you usually do. It helps change our perspective, and it can be a great way to meditate. Just taking some nice walks in nature and being, and letting yourself literally take some breaths and cool down. Last but not least, you get study and learning. So I don't know if you're in school and learning has to do with some of your stress right now. It's end of semester in a lot of places, but it says Thank you, angels, for allowing me to see that every day is a new learning day. And so there's so much you're learning right now. You're going through some growing pains, but it's there to serve you. And you're going to have such wisdom and such beautiful energy after it. So have some grace. Let them reveal what you need to know at this time and be steady with yourself. And remember, don't hate, meditate. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Andrea. And thank you, Lauren, for letting us give you a little love and support. And last but certainly not least, Miss Helen, you got one?
I do.
All right.
So, Miss Helen, we are starting with the Bliss card, trust.
Ooh.
And the new thought pattern that comes with this card is my life flows forward with ease and I act with integrity. My life flows forward with ease and I act with integrity. So you also got gratitude and silent retreats. So I am feeling this is the time for you to show the gratitude for the things that have yet to come, because they're coming, right? Take that time, sit with yourself, allow for some silent retreat from others, cut out those voices, cut out that energy, and just dig in and find that light, right? That bliss, that trust, that light within yourself, that connection to spirit, right? Allow that, sit in that space and that energy and show gratitude for yourself, for your journey, for your love, for your guides, because you're stepping in, you're working so hard at stepping into your flow, and it is so hard to do so because there's so much stuff going on outside of us. And so don't forget that you need to focus on you in order to stay in your balance and your flow with everything that is going on in the world, energetically, astrologically, because the layers energetically right now are just bringing it out in everybody. There is nobody safe right now. Nobody is safe from the double retrograded eclipse energetic full moon. You know what I mean? The layering, the pounding of energies. So make sure you just go within.
Take notes.
Yeah. Oh. It has been a fun. So make sure you take that time. I hope you do, because you deserve it.
Beautiful. And for Helen, a couple angel cards. 1, 2, 3. First, you've got, you are protected, Archangel Michael. There's a lot on your heart, a lot on your mind, a lot of things you can't control. Know that you and your loved ones are safe and you are protected right now. Number 1. Number 2, the miracle of nature. Thank you, angels, for helping me to reconnect through nature and fresh air. Nature and the sun and getting out and breathing and even connecting with a garden, that sort of energy really fuels you. You might not always feel like it, but it's so important to just, even if you can just get outside 5 minutes a day and face your palms up towards the sun, it's going to radically change things for you. And it's a place that's always brought you peace and nature. And they're just showing literally like a warm, soft breeze on your face and on your cheeks feels so good. And it's a place where you recharge. And last but not least, you get spiritual abundance. Thank you, angels, for blessing me with infinite abundance. You know that you've got a lot on your heart and on your mind, and they're showing up for you. Ask them for any sort of help, whether it's even just like, hey, I'm running late, I need a parking space, or help me to trust and do this, or help me to make this healthy change and decision and choice for myself. That's the hardest thing we all got to do. It's never easy making healthy choices for ourselves. That's like the most battery, and that's where we need our angels and our support the most with those sort of things. And especially being a loving mom, worrying about the things that we can't, that's when they can come in and support you the most. What were you going to add, Lex?
I, for some reason, wanted to say, help me not take on this energy that is not mine. I feel like you're an empath, you got super feels, and that's a challenge. And then she just said that you're a mom. One of my biggest challenges as a mom is I love my kids so much, but they're all different ages and stages, and they all have their own energies. And sometimes I get so overwhelmed by everybody's energy, right? And so without me taking care of me and making sure I'm doing my spiritual and energetic hygiene and practice and taking care of it, then I can't handle it all. So that's my favorite thing, is to ask the angels, please help me not take on this energy that is not mine. So I
Nice.
grounded through it all. Even when I go out to the grocery store, because that's so hard when I'm out in public. Because it's like tonight it was so hard because somebody is like, baby was coming in. I was like, I don't know which person it is, but I can't do this right now. But I want to, but I don't know what to do. It's so hard.
Overwhelmed. And that's, and that's important to pay attention to those energetic boundaries. So thank you all so much for tuning in. We are Sea Goddess Healing Arts. Please give us a like, a share, a follow. If you made it to the end, I always offer my 50% off coupon, 50% off my services. All you have to do is type in Mandy Live, SeaGoddessHealingArts.com. You'll find my page, all of my services. The coupon code is Mandy Live for 50% off. We also have a virtual tip jar below if you want to throw us some love. And like I said, we have tons of classes, events, things coming up. We have a beautiful Facebook community that Lexi and Jesse are managing, and you can always be in the know right on our website, and it gives you all that information. Lexi, will you share your next goddess group and your coupon code?
Yeah, so my coupon code is Lexi15 for 15% off any of my services. And then this Sunday at 3:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be having another round of Goddesses in Recovery over Zoom, private Zoom room. And it is just a sacred space to lay it on the altar, show support, come for support. And this week, we are going to just hold space for the mother wound and for remothering ourselves this Mother's Day. So please come join us if you feel called.
Yes. Thank you all. Have a beautiful night. We will be in touch. Bye-bye.